Hello friends, welcome! Today's video is going to be me talking about my top 5 favorite colorful palettes. I know Monday's video I talked about my top 5 favorite neutral palettes, so that'll be fun to go kind of on the opposite end of the spectrum and talk about more colorful palettes for those of us that like experimenting, or if you really want to start dabbling into color, maybe some of these could be a good option for you to try. If you are new here, hi, my name is Jackie and welcome to my channel. Definitely hit that subscribe button before you leave if you enjoyed today's video, and thumbs up as well so I know that you did. With that being said, let's just go ahead and dive right into the makeup. Let's start with the two palettes that I used on my eyes today. So first is the Colored Raine Queen of Hearts palette. This is such a gorgeous palette. Definitely for my warm tone lovers out there. Like, ooh, look at that. Now, ooh, okay. Maybe don't hold it upside down. There are like a good amount of neutral shades in here too, so it's not like overwhelmingly colorful. I think the colors are really wearable too, so this is a great palette for if you love more warmer neutrals and you kind of want to start dabbling into some color. The shimmers in here are absolutely just amazing. This white one is my favorite for sure. Like, oh lordy, look at that. That's just amazing. I've got Noble Woman and Royal Highness on my lid today, and then Crown in my inner corner. Obviously, you know, I love a good bright inner corner. The mattes in here are great as well. I mean, this kind of magenta color and the orange really give it that extra pop of color. So I think this is a great one for warm tone people to check out for sure. Colored Raine has really beautiful eyeshadows. Such good formula. The other palette I used on my eyes today is the Colourpop RawBeautyKristi at Foresight palette. I love this palette. It's majority matte. This one right here, Amanita, which I have in my outer corner, is more of a pressed pigment, and then I have Old Growth in my crease. I love this palette because it's colorful, but it's not like a bam in your face color, you know? Everything is a little bit more muted tones, so it makes it very wearable, very easy to play with. For someone who's just starting to dabble into color, I think it's a great option because not only is it affordable, but the quality is very easy to work with. I love this gold shade, West Coast. Oh my goodness. So pretty. And the mattes in here are really beautiful as well. This shade Homegrown. It's like a very warm brown color. Look at that. Colourpop has a really nice formula. I mean, if you saw, I talked about two of their palettes and the neutral ones too. And I'm going to talk about two palettes today. But definitely a great option for if you're looking to dabble into color and you want them to be a little bit more wearable and not so vibrant and bright. Not more on the neon spectrum, more on the earthy spectrum. Next up is the Urban Decay Born to Run palette. This is another good one for if you're just starting to get into color because it has a lot of good neutral options and it also has a lot of great colors. I absolutely love this golden shade as well as these teal ones down here. Big Sky is really pretty. That's a really nice like wearable teal blue shade. And then Stranded is such a beautiful gold. This shade actually reminds me of, I think, Honey Baked, which is in the Naked 2 palette. And this one reminds me of the shade Bud. I think it's Bud, which is in the Wild West palette. I don't own that palette, but I've seen it and it looks very similar. But love this palette. I would say the only shade that I don't love is this purpley one, Guilt Trip. It looks really nice and swatches well, but I feel like as soon as you, like, if you try to blend out the edges and stuff, it kind of just like blends away all that vibrant purple. Like, see? So that's the only one in the palette that I'm kind of like meh on. But everything else is super gorgeous. It's a great travel palette too for, you know, when we're allowed to do that again. Because it has so many versatile like colors and neutrals as well. So definitely a good one to tap into if you love neutrals, but you also kind of want some color as well. Moving on to some larger palettes. This is the Colourpop Kathleenlights So Jaded palette. I love this guy because it's got so many options. Oh my gosh, I need to clean this. You can see my my nieces got into this eyeshadow palette and we're having a field day with these blues and purples. So I kind of need to clean it up a little bit. But there are so many beautiful shades in here and you get a good mix of like bright pops of color and also more on the earthy side of neutral colors, if that makes sense. So you do get like this shade Turquoise, Sapphire, Amethyst, Aquamarine, very much more vibrant. Peridot's a beautiful shade as well. Then you do get the more earthy tones like Garnet, Jasper is a little more earthy, Jade, Carnelian. Those are more on like the earthy side of neutrals, making it much more wearable. So there's so many options with this palette. It's so versatile. There's definitely a million different things you could try with it. And it's Colourpop, so it's affordable and you know it's gonna be good. I'll swatch just a few for you. This one's Pear Dot. Look at that. That's such a pretty like yellowy green. This is a big palette, so it's a little hard to hold. I'll dive into this turquoise shade since my nieces loved it so much. This is one of the mattes. Like, look at that. That's a turquoise right there. Clearly my nieces have good taste. Definitely recommend this palette. Again, so many options and very affordable price as well for getting as many shades as you do. Alright, last but certainly not least, this is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Norvina collection. This is the Pro Pigment palette number 3. She came out with a couple of these palettes. Why is this so difficult to open? And they were all super colorful and super gorgeous, but this one is my favorite just because of the color options. I love all of the oranges, the purples, the greens, and the yellows in this palette. It is so pretty. Everything's really nicely pigmented. I will say a couple of these shades kind of look the same, so I don't love that. I mean, A5 and A2 are a little similar, but A5 is like a tiny bit deeper. And then I feel like D5 and D2 might as well be the same thing, but like this much of a difference. But for the most part, you get so many great bright options. So this is for my friends who love super bright pigmented colors. I love to just be bold and go all over the place with their eyeshadow. They don't care if it's a muted down green, if it's a bright green, they'll go for it. I love those kind of days too. And there are a few nice like neutral shades to use for transitions as well. I think this is a great option and it's a solid quality palette. It's a little on the pricey side in my opinion, but this is like some real nice hardcore packaging. So at least you're getting your money's worth, am I right? Well, that completes today's video, guys. I know that was a short one. I have so many ideas, but definitely wanted to touch on some of my favorite eyeshadow palettes in my collection right now, just because eyeshadow palettes are really my favorite thing in makeup. If you guys did enjoy today's video, please hit that subscribe button down below and the post notification bell so that you're notified every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday when I upload a new video. Hit that thumbs up as well so I know you enjoy these type of videos where I just kind of chat about some of my favorite products that I've been loving. And let me know in the comments down below what you'd like to see next. Definitely check me out on Instagram as well at JSanchez. I don't even know my own name. At JSanchez Beauty. That's it. That's my Instagram. At JSanchez Beauty. Clearly, it's time for me to go eat something. I don't even know. But thank you so much for watching. I truly appreciate your time, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.